I'm pretty sure everyone has seen it coming by this point, but what I'm most looking forward to is how inevitably freaky this guy's expressions are going to get when he reveals himself. So, yeah, it's time to take on the Valite King. Time for the inevitable Phoenix Wright breakdown thingy.
Listen.
This looks very much like the entrance to the throne room of Hoshidor. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually was based on the same model and they just reskinned it. Yeah, but the throne room only being the third last chapter gets me really suspicious, though.
Yeah.
Even in the other ones, you never got to the throne room until you were fighting the actual Root's big bad. So, I'm a bit confused here.
Here we go.
Yes. Alternatively... Oh, hi Camilla's hammer ruining this scene. Also, hi Azura's Naginata clipping through her hair also ruining this scene.
What?
Well, also, the last time you went in first somewhere, bad things happened.
No.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, the Seal of Flames has not been fully unleashed yet, though.
Thank you.
And I doubt it will be until the final chapter. So, what's going to happen
go.
here? Well, I saw a giant face there for a second.
Ugh.
Well, he's the leader of the Invisible Kingdom for a reason. And yeah, there's the giant face in the middle of that tunnel. Kamui's like, that face, it's calling to me. No wonder I'm actually royalty of Vala. I must touch that face. Yes, you could say it's an empty king.
Huh?
He's right behind you, isn't he? Yes, he is. And everyone is dead. No, they aren't. Yeah, they're clearly more survivable than the characters in Fire Emblem 4 if they can survive through that.
It can't be.
What?
That can't be.
Oh no, is everyone suspecting Kamui now? Seriously, Vala seems to have this thing on it that makes everyone idiots while they're there.
No. Ugh.
Exactly.
Well.
Then again, granted, Kamui was really the only one who was around there other than Scarlet, and we don't really have a good lead on the killer's identity.
Impossible. Of course.
In some cases, this does kind of make sense, but again, just... And especially since they're married here, that makes even more evidence to suspect they're collaborating with each other, but still.
This ends now! No!
No, I haven't is not the best... is not the best defense that you have, by the way. However, this might be.
Imposter! That's it!
It's finally clicking. It's time to present evidence.
Listen. What did you say?
And Gunter's probably going to give a testimony as to why Kamui and Azura are the traitors. The one who actually committed the crime is you! And I did do a Phoenix Wright point there. You obviously can't see it because, yeah, but I did.
How disappointing.
This has literally become Phoenix Wright as well now. And you're saying exactly what Phoenix Wright would say.
Of course. Well... yeah.
Still keeps Kamui as a suspect, but that does cast a lot of suspicion on him. And there we go, there's that line repurposed for good reasons now. Uh-oh. Oh no. And Phoenix Wright villain reveal coming up. Thankfully, DC Douglas has a lot of experience playing villains, so this is, yeah, pretty much second hand to him by now. Oh no, I'm prepared for a terrifying expression. And throne slouch. Whoa. Okay then. Whoa. Well, ever since you joined, possibly.
I wonder. Why?
Exactly, what was your motive? Okay then.
And it seems to have worked. Yes.
Huh. Well, yeah, he's clearly possessed.
Well...
yeah, he's clearly going through exactly what Takumi did in Conquest, so yeah. I don't think you're even Gunter anymore, you're actually a Nunkos. Huh. Huh.
I won't surrender!
Yeah, I had a feeling. Interesting thing is, my original suspicion was that... we're gonna go straight to the preparation screen now? Okay then, what are we... oh, chests! Okay, that's interesting. Now, the enemies are still on level 13, though. But that is... I had a feeling we'd be fighting Norian enemies here. We've had 2 straight chapters of just Hoshiden, so yeah. Hello there, you're pretty much a direct copy of Scarlet, which is terrifying. Oh, look, it's Gnu. And there's some Dragon's Veins. I'll check them later. But anyway, I'll just say that my initial suspicion was that... holy, you have a lot of defense. My initial suspicion was that Gunter was a Nunkos. Like, as in not even possessed. Gunter literally was a Nunkos all along. And that he took the form of Gunter to infiltrate Nor and keep an eye on Kamui. But I don't think that's true at this point. Also... Bifrost! Oh, wow! Oh, that's actually pretty funny. So people in the comments said that, technically speaking, they could have used Bifrost on Scarlet. I was thinking like, oh yeah, that's not possible because they didn't have Bifrost at the time. And then I was like, Gunter had the Bifrost on him all along. That is actually incredibly trollish. Wow, doesn't even get a new, description. Brave Lance and a Tomahawk. Okay, he has gone Valite then, right. He's not reflected in his portrait, that's strange. His stats aren't nearly as good as what I'd expect, but they're certainly way better than, you know, Gunter's actual stats. And he has Dragon Skin. And status immunity. Okay, so that's at least somewhat decent. But those stats... Gunter, was it all a lie? Were your bad growth rates a lie all along? I feel so betrayed! How dare you hide the fact you were actually decent? Any 30 defense on Dark Knights. That's also pretty intimidating. Does anyone here have skills? Probably not. I remember that... Holy crap, that's a lot of chests. What do these do? Oh, no! Oh! You sneaky game, you. You brought back that gimmick. Right then. I like how our deployment is kind of in the shape of a big arrowhead, or if you... In some ways, either a weird skull or a space invader. But anyway, we get a really big deployment allowance in this chapter, so who are we going to bring? We've got just enough space for... Sorry, I'm not going to bring Fuga. Just enough space for all of the royals that we want to use. But that leaves no room for a lock touch user, and I think I need multiple lock touch users here, which is a problem. Because my lock touch users are quite weak. This is kind of a problem. And as much as I really, really want Kuragi to... Technically, he needs to catch up. Technically, Leo's a little over-leveled. Technically, Xander is as well. That might rob me of a healer, but... it will let me bring a few more people. And that means... I guess I can bring Kaze, Mozu, and let's go for another lock touch user. I need to drop one more person to bring his waifu, which is the problem. Guess Elise is technically a little over-leveled as well. As is Hinoka to some regard. I think I'm going to need to restock some of my, also... That Killing Edge hasn't been very reliable so far, so I'm just actually just going to take the Silver Sword. Armor Slayers are probably also going to be useful here, now that I think about it, so I might want to take one of those. At least these generals don't have Wary Fighter. And I do not need a second Shining Bow. You have a hammer, that's good. You need more staves. Maybe this. You're, I think, fine. Yeah, the real question is, do I drop one person to bring in... Really, I just want the extra lock touch people. So... question is, who goes where? A lot of paladins on that side. A lot of archers on this side. Wonder if you guys have no lock touch. Okay then. So if this side has the lower number of archers, let's go for... Okay then. And who goes through the center? There are... I guess all the magic uses are pretty much concentrated on the central area, which is interesting, but I really want to stop those reinforcements as soon as possible, so I think I'm going to send everyone down the sides. I just want to get rid of those reinforcements quickly. I suppose you can go with Kamui, maybe, and you go down that side. This is kind of interesting. Who did you need? Oh, you needed support with Kiragi. Send Kiragi your way, and... Okay, I only kind of got 2 healers there, but as long as I send one either side, I should be okay. This looks alright, although I've just got to be careful of Saizo. His resistance is not the best as far as ninjas go. Anyway, though, let's go.
Be careful.
Yeah, I could tell that already.
Huh?
Huh? What? Interesting.
Hmm?
Kamui, that's odd. Unfortunately, they're not explaining exactly what that does. Maybe it blocks reinforcements? I don't know. It's interesting, because Azura's not actually a required deployment here. Unfortunately for us, I think you're going to have to get your boots wet again. Dragon's Vein!
Oh.
Oh no. Really? Okay then. Huh. And yes, here comes the Disney villain music from Garen's chapter. Haven't heard this for a while, actually. Oh, that doesn't do quite enough. That's kind of a problem. Especially with you doubling Xander. I have a feeling Kaze might even get one-shotted by that guy. However, I could try something. Oh, I could actually do that. And as much as I'd like to do that, yeah, let's try and finish you.
Stay focused.
Even these regular enemies look like Gunter.
Out of my sight!
Is that going to be enough? Let's see. Definitely enough. Just don't crash all the way into that wall. So I don't know what this aura does.
Impressive skill.
And I would hopefully not have to do something crazy to find out. To find out. Alpha Yato isn't quite enough, but... No, that's not quite enough either. Kinda have to use this, actually.
Stay with me.
I need to get a crit here, or Dragon Fang or something.
You won't stop me!
There we go! It's kind of weird seeing Kamui with Swordmaster animations, but...
It's over.
At least it works against these berserkers. Yeah, I still don't know what this aura is. Yeah, that's really bad. And then here is Gnugagap, which I would like to take on with decent resistance. Now, I know there are tons of bow users up here. There's already a few up here, I guess. they should actually go this way, because you've got some of the better resistance I've got here. 51 attack power, though, is still something that I wouldn't exactly like to... normally using Elise to tank that would be fine, except that there is you. And I don't want to... See, I could easily just lure that one on its own, but I want to be careful here because, for one, I've got to make sure Gunter doesn't dual strike me, but two... I don't want to take this chapter too slowly, because like Azura said, that ice could melt, which would be really irritating if it actually did. Meanwhile, we have... you. Balzac seems okay, like an okay option. I don't want to get too overwhelmed in the center, though. And that feeling when you have better resistance than the kind of one who's supposed to have decent resistance. I think you... Okay, I want to be careful here, but you may actually do absolutely nothing to Elise, which would be very cool. I actually want to keep Camilla around here just in case of any rogue generals coming close. Speaking of rogue, this music does sound very Star Wars-ish. Okay, as long as nothing can dual strike along with you. Oh no. You could go there, and then you could get a dual strike. That is really, really stupid. Why did I do that? And they're gonna go for it. I'm sure they're gonna go for it. And my only rescue staff is over here. Thankfully, none of my flyers are out in front with you there. So I could... This seems like a very weird option to do a pair-up, but... that would at least block dual strikes. And I guess that means Sizor's actually going that way? Also, there's you. Sure, we'll stay back here, I guess.
I welcome the challenge.
When parts of this sound a bit Star Wars-ish, the other parts are doing his villain. And there's the A rank that lets you use the Spice Numi. 20% hit rate on a weapon triangle advantage. Yeah, see, I knew it, so I made a really, really good move with that pair-up, even though Sizor can't actually support her at all. But yeah, and I knew Elise would get teamed by that. And does exactly enough damage to kill too, perfect.
Not bad, not bad.
One of the Dark Knights is down. This Dark Knight has fallen, not risen.
Everything will be alright.
You only have Thunder at this point in the game, really? And Uncos is really scraping the bottom of the barrel at this point. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd start moving. Okay, here comes some of the Arch, and here comes some of you. Which shouldn't actually be too bad. Private Lords. Okay, reinforcements aren't coming yet. Because, yeah, most of these guys not really going to be a threat to Xander or Sigbert or someone like that. Or even Kamui to some extent. But this guy, though. This guy kind of needs to go. And actually, Azura's not bad against him. But then there is you. I may have to switch my focus a little bit here. Though the generals here lack wary fighters, so they're less scary than they normally are. And I would be able to use Camilla to whack that guy with a hammer, were it not for the fact of those stupid... Actually, Camilla can't actually one-shot him with that. Well, not one shot, but one round. I've had bad experiences with Roma in general, so yeah, that's not good. And that has no chance of hitting. Let's go for that.
You have breathed your last.
And that, you have no chance of surviving, so let's go with that. Only needed 4.
We're done here.
Well, not quite. That was only the beginning. Then, yeah. Let's just fill up that inventory with weapons you can't use. She has one more attack power than him, even though he's using a better weapon that he's also forged at that. If it weren't for you, I could very easily take out that Wyvern Lord. Actually, if it weren't for you and you. That Spellbane Yumi is so spectacularly useless, it's not even funny. The giant's face is watching.
Going down, scumbag!
Wow, nice one, Elise.
I was doing just fine.
He kind of was, but that was kind of funny. She completely outdamaged him. And now... yeah, because that's a bad idea. Well, that is not exactly a bad idea, but in return, she's probably gonna die. Oh yeah, definitely, because there's way too many enemies there. Wonder if I should continue my run to the sides plan or not. Not exposing hierarchy here, because that would be really bad. Almost dropped my DS, that would also be bad.
Sorry to do this.
But that would be good. Goodbye, random creepy-eyed maid. And yes, he now has his father's face mask. Okay. Well, we can very easily stay out of your range, so you're not really much of a worry. Just need to get rid of you now. Which, like I actually said before, Azura's not going to do a bad job of. In fact, she'll do quite a good job. It does mean that we've got both of our... oh, that's what they do! Okay, 40 evasion, 20% healing per turn. Which even applies to yourself! That's why she's being so good here.
I'll protect you.
I don't think she needs it in this case, one of the very rare cases of this. Yeah, just smack them on the head with the crab lance rather than actually stab them with it. So, you clearly need to go. And you can't actually finish you. You can't actually finish you. That's good English. You can't actually finish this guy without critically, but let's hope you can get
Ready for this?
He got one, didn't he? Yes, he did.
If you insist.
I love Shigeru's critical quotes. They're all really, really cool. I see that little thing of water there. So... strength skill -2 after use in combat. But yeah, Xander's pretty much going to be able to perfectly tank stuff here. Especially with a pair up from his son. Should I try and stop that? Maybe I should. Dragon's Fade! I thought dragons were supposed to hate ice. So we still got to be kind of careful. Because apparently those can melt. Oh yeah, that would have been really, really good to have earlier on. In the last chapter, definitely. Actually, how much defense does she have if I swap her to the front? 26... Although he's got 31, so... And there are a lot of things that are going to be hitting us soon. Alright, you've got rally speed. Yeah, that's what I passed down to him. Huh. Oh, right, you're stuck with a lot of weapons that debuff you. Almost feels like I should maybe... Nah, not going to use her for this. Pointless rally! Okay, so... These two can get hit, but other than that, it's not really that bad. As long as I keep Camilla... Might as well just have her hide behind Roma while these stupid archers are around. You know, it's specifically this part of the song that I think sounds Star Wars-ish. And I just realized that technically Star Wars is actually Disney now, so... yeah. Okay, one of my healers has gone that way, so Forrest has to go this way. I'm gonna just keep Elise out of danger and use a physic on Takumi because he's gonna need it.
Glad to help.
I think that would have made sense in the reverse. That's kind of scary. Please dodge. Oh, that's bad. I keep forgetting that generals use axes in this game. You just... Well, you see it often on enemies, but on actual playable generals, I don't know. I just don't find myself using it all that often.
Are you alright?
Okay, that's going to be useful in combined with the well, it's going to help offset the debuffs a little bit. Thankfully, you don't debuff yourself twice for doing that. Now, the problem with this is that I don't think there's actually... Oh, that's terrible. You need to get very, very lucky. Yup, you did not.
Defeated by you? Ugh.
Yeah, probably could have used that rescue staff earlier. It's kind of weird how just now I have to suddenly get used to actually choke pointing in Revelation, because earlier in Revelation it was basically just the best offense is the best defense is a good offense, but now it's become a bit more like Conquest in that you actually need to bait and use choke pointing a lot more, which is, again, it's like, it's not something that's naturally occurred to me on Revelation so far. And you don't have a beast killer, she has the beast killer. And I need to keep out of both of your ranges. And I very much need that beast killer, so time for a trade. I guess she can actually use that, so... Hopefully, trading over the beast killer to her doesn't come back to bite me.
I believe in that. Not a chance! Can I help? It's showtime!
And you're criticaling even without the Killer Lance. Also, you this weird Pegasus slide for a moment there. Please don't get a... It's weird. So far, Shigure's level ups for me have either been amazing or absolutely terrible. It's kind of bizarre how that happens. Huh. That's not bad. It's definitely not bad. But that also could be kind of helpful. That could help Forrest one-rounder without the help of Azura. And then these two could try and weaken this guy a little bit, even though they're not really doing all that much at this point in the game. Especially since you need better bows, probably. Steel Lance does quite a bit, though. Actually, that's not that bad of an option. Although, alternatively, if I'm going to be hitting you with Poison Strike anyway.
I'll go with you.
The pain will pass.
Okay, there's a crit. That's definitely not going to kill you. But something else will. Yeah, see, like I said, the problem... Oh, it's still just -2. I once had a thing where I was just grinding supports. This was on Conquest. I was grinding supports in random My Castle battles, and... oh, that is... yeah, so glad that was one. But yeah, I was grinding supports, and I was using Leo's Ice Blade just on some random thing that I wasn't doing much damage to, and I got debuffed so low with that, like to the point where my stats were pretty much 0.
I can help.
Was it either that, or was the enemy who debuffed their stats down to pretty much 0? But either way, it was hilarious. Yeah, I'm gonna just go for this. Xander's crit rate is unusually high, probably because he's near so many people that he's got high supports with. And he's almost level 15, actually. It's almost time for the grand role reversal that I plan on doing. Fortunately, Forrest has to go here. And you'd better not miss this, or I'll be very, very annoyed.
What a joy.
And... oh, no. Okay, at least Forrest's out of range of that. Though you could actually die this turn if I play things right. Could do that. But I do have to be very, very, very careful of you because... oh, you're got an well, actually... yeah, you'll be using a lance soon, which is the issue. What did I say about you needing better weapons? When the Iron Naginata is doing the most damage, that's kind of sad. May as well use the guard one then.
Ready for anything.
Shiro is...
Ready for this?
nice one. Now he's finally critically a lot.
No match for me.
Lance uppercut that thing's entire armor off. Okay, more speed's always good. You are likely... yep, you're not even close to capped. We have frozen 2 pulls so far. As much as I'd love to do that, there's also the problem of you. Because, yeah, that's not good. Although 27... that's 54, that's not enough. Problem is, even if I was able to take you out somehow, at least would still get hit by that Wyvern Lord, which would not be good. Even the armor-effective weapon does barely anything. And you can't even double him, so that's completely out. Unless you lethality somehow. I'm wondering how much, like, hit rate that guy has on Realma, because... if Realma gets hit by the Silver Lance and then the other guy hits him, that's not going to end well. But you, how dare you attack Realma's brother like that? You will die. I like how this map is kind of similar to Garen's Throne Room on Birthright, but subtly different. And what are you up to now? 14. That was amazing! Yeah, here's the real... actually, wait a minute. As long as you can't get it within Silver Sword range. I just... this is actually really crazy, but you can't actually reach Elise now. Which means that I can have Elise go here and do that. I just need to make sure that nothing particularly dangerous can hit her. Yeah, because if I go there, then she... yeah, you can only attack with Thunder, and that actually kills 2 Valiants with 1 stone, because you will suicide yourself onto Elise next turn. And, yeah. Thank you, General Terrible Movement. you are getting both undid. It's not actually a bow, but it's going to help in this case. And then Elise gets Tome Fair soon, and the real fun begins. She'll have to give up being mounted for it, but really that's a small price to pay. Okay. I could lure you in. Wow, your speed is terrible. I could lure you in with Forest. So you can go there. Can any of the Bow Knights support you from there? I don't think they can, actually. Could do that. I don't really like having both the wards on one side of the map, though, but...
Why, thank you.
Okay. That Takumi mistake was bad, but I think I can come back from it. That's +1 defense. Yeah, I think I'm fine using this. And, well, I mean, I get the fact that I do barely any damage to you, but I still don't see why you did that. It's one of the cases where Astra is not going to reduce my damage at all, because I'm doing 1 anyway. And 1 doesn't get halved to 0 like it does in some games where halving effects work like that.
Let's go. I won't allow it. Back off.
I think it's Crom who also says back off as dual guard line. Yeah, like I said, 2 Valites with 1 stone. You are really, really dumb.
That was too
Now, I
easy.
should probably try and shut off that ice vein soon.
Huh?
Okay, here's the problem. Any level that Elise gains now is kind of a waste, so gotta watch out for that. And Forest doubles you anyway, so putting Azura on dual strike duty was not really the best option. I am liking these ward areas. Though it's not quite Wardwood from Radiant Dawn. It's one of my favourite random terrain types in the series. Wardwood, which you only start seeing in the final chapters. Okay. You guys moved, and no reinforcements yet. There is an annoying guard there. Well, Camilla can just whack you. See, without Wary Fighter, these generals aren't too bad. They do hit very hard, though, but Wary Fighter is the main thing that keeps them safe from magic and armor-killing weapons. Oh yeah, and that earlier skirmish where everyone was getting, like, no experience from level 7 proto-enemies, Camilla was the one exception, which is just... They did not need to give her a fast experience growth rate. She really didn't need that. She was already brokenly overpowered as it is. She did not need that, and yeah, sorry, rant over, but just... I do feel like they went out of their way to make Camilla a bit too good. So, let's see. We have another paladin up here. But there are less archers. Yes, even with bows disadvantages in weapon triangle. Even with that thing clipping through his cape. I knew that would miss! I knew I'd miss one of them! I could just feel it! Oh well, I mean, it's not that big a loss, all things considered, but still, I just knew that would happen. Silver Lance. I reckon Xander's not in that much danger from him anyway. And that was a crit, wasn't it?
Be gone, wretch.
Really? I miss a 95%, and then Xander gets a totally unnecessary critical. And now... You know, I need to be careful because, yeah, here, any level that Xander gains is essentially worthless. So I really only plan to use him in 1 more class, so I guess it's not that bad. But yeah, there's Aegis. Bowtone, Dragonstone, Breath, Rock! I forgot about that, I always found that funny. rock damage, because that is actually a damage type now. The Silver Dagger can do it, but it's not all that reliable. Suppose this is quite likely to be Mozu's last hurrah, though, because next few chapters are going to be all royals, most likely.
You smell like a ghost.
Unnecessary crit number 2! You know, I could actually have Mozu fight Gunter and be like the ultimate aptitude beating bad growths thing, but I don't know if I'll do that. I would say I'm going to have Forrest go around them. Gotta watch out for those paladins. But it's a little difficult to resist the opportunity to... you know what? I'm having Forrest go back around here. Wait, so Azura can go to the steps. If Forrest goes there... Because I need a healer on both sides.
I am in your debt.
Just realised Forest's pants have that weird Harlequin diamond kind of pattern on them, which is, again, weird.
Good thing you were here.
And now... Technically, it's better to use these two here instead of Xander, but, I could heal Xander for 1 HP. I do feel like I should probably save the healing staff uses, though. Might as well equip that, and let's rally speed, which is actually not going to be pointless. This, on the other hand, is completely pointless. Once you're gone, Kiraki can hopefully try and do something. And you fell for it! Except, you're actually going to do quite a bit to hit, which you didn't. But I was still fine if you hit. Yeah, you do that. You're gonna be... With luck, you'll be with us in maybe 10 years or so. At least it's not as bad as a general in Desert. That's really painfully slow. I think I once tried to do... I once had to do that, I think. I forget exactly when, but I had to have a really, really slow movement character in a desert at one point, which was really painful. Going 1 space per turn. Okay, now it's... 2 chests. Let's grab this one first. Beaststone Plus, which would be really useful if I was using Keaton, which really, it's kind of a shame that I'm not, because he's amazing, but that's kind of the reason why I'm not using him, because he already got a ton of use earlier on. So there's a general there, with a silver axe. However, I have an armor slayer, which I brought for this exact purpose. Actually, I need to be careful in case those reinforcements are proximity triggered. Or something like that. Well, that side's mostly cleared. You're going after Azura, aren't you? I know what you're doing there. All these little scattered generals all over the place. I think we should start getting these chests now. So, number 1 is Blessed Bow. I actually don't know if we'll be fighting Faceless from this point on, so... yeah. As much as I could have Camilla whack this general, I think it's probably more useful if she goes over here. And no, I am using Roma here, just because it's a little more reliable, and he's a little bit more behind on experience. And that's not a crit animation, it's just a regular...
Sorry.
Kind of like Paladin, actually. So yeah, he and Xander are very much alike. Speaking of Paladin, yeah, things are about to get interesting. Oh, and you're going to attack Roma anyway, so that's actually kind of fine. So, once again, yeah, archers. None of them are bow knights up here, though, because I lured them all away. But... Dragon's Vein! Third freeze! That would actually be kind of scary if...
You alright, dear?
If... And here, deer actually makes sense.
deserve worse.
If, I didn't have a full guard meter. But as I do, in fact, have a full guard meter,
I can protect you.
and that's kind of a problem. Is that going to Luna?
Out of my sight.
No, it was just a regular crit. This is going to hurt quite a lot. Ah, this entire armor should have just exploded. What are you doing? Yeah, like I said, you'll be with us in several, like, decades, maybe. Okay, that's useful. This seems to be like the staff depository or something. Meanwhile, Azura, speaking of useful, Azura's not being it for the moment. And as Xander, I want to avoid getting him level ups. Dragon's Vein! Okay, this entire area is iced, but like Azura said, the ice could melt at some point, so that would be really, really bad if it did.
That went well.
Thankfully, Gunter doesn't move, so I don't need to worry about ending this chapter prematurely. We do have some paladins here, and a Wyvern Lord. And yeah, you're not going to get to us for a very long time. So I guess I can feel okay about sending Shigure there. And yeah, he is affected by the ward tiles, so... pretty much nothing to worry about with him. Rally for good measure. Now, other side. I think I can... Let's see how much damage she does. Huh, this thing Shuriken does 10. That's bad. Again, weapon triangle advantages of lances often makes a big deal here sometimes. Except... Just had an idea. Okay, alternatively, I can just... Actually, no, I can't actually just Camilla him. And if Camilla can't do it, Kiragi probably... Wow, his magic is even worse. No, he really can't either. Well, I can try for this then.
We can do this.
That was inevitable. I could finish you with Elise or Sizor, but kind of want Sizor to keep moving towards those chests. You need some kind of javelin or something like that. It'd be really funny if we picked up one. Okay, meanwhile Azura is still not moving. Huh. Well, yeah, I guess he didn't fall for my bait you into ranged attacker plan. And that did more than I expected.
Try not to hate me.
Okay, I'm glad for the full guard meter
I'm
here.
here to help. Ugh. Are you okay?
Yes!
Now, Dragon Skin's going to be interesting when we end up fighting Gunter, though his defense is not amazing.
It's showtime!
So that's alright. Yeah, magic asset Kamui I think really hurt Shigure, which is a problem. Uh-oh. Okay, one's melted, but it's far away enough... Well, actually, we're actually kind of close to it still. Oh! You don't have Void Curse. I was fully expecting you to... This is interesting. Yeah, no Void Curse. That's very interesting. But there are a bunch of silver bow guys here. I suppose I can just have Kiragi shining in the sky.
I'll do my best.
Should I grab this chest or should I... Yeah, I'll heal next turn, I think. Grave Axe. I wonder, can Camilla actually use that? No, not yet. Almost, though. I could try and lure one of these guys in with Norma. Which might not be a bad idea, actually. He's not quite hit that point where I really don't want to use him. And now... I see, comparing Hinoka, she's got, yeah, much better stats than he does, which is annoying, because this is the route where I really wanted to use him, but... Actually, I can still reach this chest. Nosferatu. Wow, that was that. They took a really long time to give us that. We could have bought that a long time ago. Actually. Gotta be kind of careful here. It's weird. It looks like there's been some excavation going on back there, which... It just doesn't make all that much sense for there to be an excavation here. For several reasons. Like, one, pretty much everyone here is dead. Slash is also Valites, but why would they do an excavation in their own castle?
Here I come! Good fight.
So that's gone. Next is you, and... I was about to say, I suppose Shigure can handle one enemy, maybe? Hopefully. He should be able to, at least. Okay, Azur's... Oh, actually, I can heal him now. Wow, that's going to be really helpful. Almost to level... Well, she's actually kind of close to a max level in this playthrough, so...
Thanks for backing me up.
I was wondering if she would even get there, but she kind of does seem to be getting there. And he does not double these guys. That's a problem.
Mommy's here.
That line does not make sense with this pair up.
I'll protect.
Except there was a kind of a funny fan art that someone did. Involving a Camilla marrying Avatar saying, I have a mummy fetish, then Camilla saying, oh, okay. Clean the sink. Okay, that's now thought out. And now we have a bunch of angry Great Knights bearing down on us, which would be awesome if I could use Camilla here, because she could just hammer them, except there is the archers. The thing is, Shigure is pretty much invincible to everything. So, I'm kind of just going to use him. Did I just call him Shigure? I meant Shiro. So many S names. Actually, there are a lot of S names in this one. A lot of S-named royals as well. Shigure, Sigbert, Shiro. That double 10 was pretty nice. And yeah, that would normally be not a bad idea, except there's a bunch of these guys. And I actually doubt Camilla will even survive. Bolt Axe does only one less than a physical weapon on these guys, which is actually a little embarrassing.
You have
Okay, I was hoping for that. What was I saying before about not seeing Astra that much in this game? Clearly the game hurt me. Okay, yeah, Roma and Xander are just about ready for their big role reversal trick. Still got a lot of chests left though. And these pools are rapidly unfreezing themselves. No, I am not trading Xander onto her. As much as that would make Sigbert pretty awesome. That actually does not very much damage, but that's even worse, so yeah. Actually, I can fight Gunter now if I wanted. He still has his Brave Lance equipped, but yeah. And you still have that. That obviously doesn't activate while you're an enemy, right? If it did, I would be kind of terrified, but also amused. I think it's Radiant Dawn. I think in Radiant Dawn there actually are some there are actually some supports that can trigger across opposite sides. Which is extremely weird, but it is, yeah, interesting when it happens. Actually, maybe I should have... Oh, they have the same movement when paired up anyway, so it's fine.
Thank you.
And there's that level, Wait a minute, does this give you your final skill? Yes, it does! I've never got this one before. Foreign Princess. Foreign army units within 2 spaces take minus... I think this just means all enemies. I'm pretty sure that means all enemies. But, yeah. So, that is a pretty useful buff. Especially since I think it stacks with Voice of Peace as well. So, that is pretty cool. In Birthright and Conquest, I had no idea that Azura would even learn any skills past level 25, so... It's probably not a good idea to send Hinoka in there, because she'll get attacked by that guy and that guy. That's going to be multiple debuffs, though.
Let's go.
Unless I critical or Luna.
No holding back.
Well, I did one of them. I feel very sorry for that maid.
Finished.
So, what... Okay, I need to keep looking, because I think there are going to be reinforcements pretty soon. Maybe I should... Does anyone really need this? Not yet. Okay, guard gauge is fine. Hide their giant face.
Alright.
Almost there. Then Astra will happen, and then awesome stuff will occur. You, unfortunately, have a hand axe. At least you're forced to equip that for the player phase, which is going to make you quite a bit weak. Quite a bit weak. Yeah, that makes sense. Quite a bit weakened.
Let's do our best.
It's kind of funny, as Shiro feels pretty strong here too, but he kind of feels like the right... Well, not just
Any last words?
the fun kind of too strong. I don't know, some people like Camilla just being really good right off the bat and remaining good throughout the game, but I personally find characters like that really boring. I prefer to use people who start out a little bit weak but end up really, really amazing.
Close call.
It's just a bit more fun for me
Glad I
that way.
saw that.
these guys aren't really being so bad.
I see the enemy.
Okay, that was probably a good thing I had a guard gauge for.
Back off.
Luna would be useful right about now, but I have no Luna. And there is the silver boy that's actually droppable. For some reason that has 10 more hit rate than your other comrades.
Watch yourself.
Now, if there are more reinforcements... Okay, down from the bottom. Oh, look, they're Malignites, too. I always give Malignites a bad rap, because they always tend to do terrible damage. But they have good enough resistance that there's no way I'm gonna... Kamui's gonna be able to one-round them with the Levin sword, but... He's pretty much at no threat to himself at all, at this point. Speaking of threats, though... That is certainly a threat.
Looks like we have no...
Hi there, giant face. Giant face is watching you. That is actually going to do enough. Even though he gets hit pretty hard in return. And I need to kill that nade quickly, otherwise he's going to get finished off on the nade. Assuming that he gets hit by this hand axe, which he probably will be. Yes, he did. Hi there, big face.
Phew.
So this area is kind of, yeah, I can definitely see the sort of Indian temple influence, but it also reminds me a little bit of some of the Chozo ruins in Metroid games. Just these walls specifically. And here we have a major problem. Although, I'm not going to be able to get Xander to help. I could, maybe... Actually, yeah, if Hinoka fails, I can send Shigure in to finish the job. That is only if Hinoka fails, so Hinoka, maybe don't fail. That might be a good start, not failing. That's
I won't lose.
the exact opposite of failing. Nice one.
Victory is mine.
You are not quite at the level where I can roll Reversal U, which is going to be very, very weird because you are amazing as that class, but I almost feel like it might be a good opportunity to get Saizo a little bit of experience here, but you. Let's just pick you guys off, and now we're almost doubling you.
Let's see how this goes.
It's going to go very well.
You deserve worse!
Better than well.
Sorry.
And there is even more damage. In fact, I think you can outright one-shot them now, because that's going to be sword fair. Yes, it is. And Ryoma is now the lord of the weapons he can't use. That's cool. See, once I get rid of that guy, Hiragi might be able to handle the rest, so... It's time to duel!
It'll be alright.
Yes, it will be. Because he's not going to be outdone by his father, it's Astro time for him too. I'm liking the good experience we're getting out of this map. Okay, here is the slight problem. Yeah, no. Bad idea. Question, can Saizo get one-shotted by these guys? Not really. And the Sting Shuriken actually does much more damage to them. So, let's pick one of them off.
Hey, don't forget about me.
Well, yeah, I haven't forgotten about you, I'm just keeping you out of danger. Unfortunately, your husband was an unfortunate casualty of me not realizing that, but yeah. That's pretty good. Actually, by pretty good, that's really, really good. And it's still not even capped. Alright, there. Yeah, okay, there are the 3 Malignites down there. I can start fighting totally not a Numcost now, but... Actually, Kamui can finish this guy. But I probably prefer to... Actually, Kiragi could do very well against those Malik Knights. We're probably one of the... Although, if they get close to him with their axes, he's done. So, maybe not. But if I weaken them a little bit with the 11th sword, I also need to get Azura out of the way of them pretty quickly. I can always pair up with Xander if I really, really need to get us to safety. You seriously just did that. You are dumb, and I take no responsibility for what ends up happening to you now.
Sorry to do this.
Exactly.
Not bad, right?
Big Clunky accepts no responsibility for severe injury or loss of life caused by contact with Shiro. And then that happened. Oh, I haven't used swap at all. Let's get rid of that. Okay, strength is good.
I'm with you all the way.
Hi, Big Face.
That's just terrible.
That's what? That's kind of a weird way to phrase that. Are you sure you weren't meant to be saying that to Tsubaki? I'm sorry, but... anyway. Okay. Brave Lance. Okay, this is the Brave Weapon Depository, I guess, which I know you can't quite use that yet. But yeah, now he has Lance Fair, and now things are gonna get really insane. Yeah, that is very weak. Let's see if we can actually get Kiragi caught up a little bit. They're actually going to probably go for Kiragi because he's got less in the defenses department than Kamui does. We're almost done with the chests, actually. Just one more here. Crescent bow. Oh, that's just the... I don't know why the bow has a different weapon naming convention than the other Brave weapons, but that's a Brave bow, basically. Well, we can try this. Actually healed a bit more than I thought it would.
Wonderful.
Still not that good. And still not enough to... This will be, though. So unfortunately waste 2 uses of the staff, but I want to get her to level 15. I think almost all my roles, apart from Leo, are going to be... And I don't even need to reclass Leo anyway, so... Warding Blow. Yeah, that's the skill that I kind of wish that I'd been able to pass down to Siegbert, because that would have been really amazing. Warding Blow and Armored Blow at the same time. But as if she really needs this. Her resistance is already so high, she takes pretty much nothing from almost all magic anyway. That's not great, but doing that much with, I might be able to make use of that at some point. Keep forgetting about these personal skills sometimes. And you have Rally, Magic, and Resistance. Huh, that's strange.
My heart is singing.
Hi, Big Face again.
Wrong verse.
I like the mosaic here too. That's severe case of tragic irony because Scarlet liked mosaic as well, and we're fighting a killer now. And there's Astra. Problem is which of these to get rid of. I don't think we need nobility at this point. Okay, that's Lord. And we had 3 heroes suddenly spawning. Their stats are fairly impressive, but not nearly impressive enough by our standards. Is Azura... Actually, I can have Azura pair up and then I can... Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So firstly, let's shoot you down.
I won't lose.
Have a nice day!
And then do that.
That was a good one.
Because we need exactly 100 damage. 30 experience. Back in, I think it was Mystery of the Emblem, every kill was always worth 30 experience, regardless of level difference. Which meant that you could level up Jagan and Aaron pretty easily, but not that it was really worth it. Also meant that you could do really, really jerkish tactics in inverted commas, in the Grass Soldiers chapter, where there are a bunch of very underleveled enemies that you are meant to spare in order to recruit someone,
Good shot,
but
huh?
technically after you recruited them, you were free to go ahead and kill all of their underlings, who all, even though they had like, they were pretty much like level nothing compared to what point you were at the game, they still gave a ton of experience, because that game gave a fixed amount of experience per kill.
Welcome the challenge.
So you could do that.
Poor thing.
Don't do that in the remake, by the way. I actually already have a playthrough up of the remake, but if you do that in the remake, the characters that you recruit by sparing their soldiers will immediately turn on you. And their soldiers are worth, like, no experience anyway, but, I mean, come on. That's not the real reason you wouldn't be killing them, right? Which one to go for? Yeah, I think I'll go for... I can seal this one up too. Dragon's Vein! And I didn't even seal it in the first place, so I'm not going to say again. And now comes the point where I think we just need to stall out grabbing these two chests, although we could try fighting those heroes. Almost everyone is pretty much fine on experience at this point, though, because I want to be reclassing most people once they hit 15 anyway. Well, reclassing the ones that I actually want to reclass. That's a weird way to put things, but you still have the Beast Killer. Let's avoid that for now. Let's just get everyone in position. You probably don't have a special boss code or anything like that. Oh, and he has a Tomahawk. We could bait him into using the Tomahawk, and then he can't counterattack at close range, and then, yeah, things get really hilarious. Maybe just in case I need to move him very far. That's gone now. We're almost there, though. Brave Sword! Yeah, like I said, this is the Brave Weapon Depository. Not quite enough, except I could just transfer Kaze onto someone. Or I could use Azura. Either method works, so I'm going to use Azura here. I could take on those heroes for extra experience, but maybe I should start fighting Calamity. Yeah, that's cool. Start fighting Gunter now. Because you could just switch to that Tomahawk if I do that, but... How much damage does that do, though? 14 might. But he's not doing that much to begin with. Maybe I'll just do that. Huh, that's actually not bad, but then you'll counterattack with the Tomahawk and probably hurt quite a lot. Okay, let's just go for this then. And once again, still repeating this.
Let's go.
And that was kind of a failure. And he got Draconic Hexed. Sorcerers. That could actually be a... Especially since they have terrible tomes. That could be a good source of experience for some of our characters, but... I don't know, I kind of like to get Kiragi a little bit more experience here, but... I might actually want to try this. Just to see. Well, I think I pretty much have to finish off Gunter this turn now.
Here goes!
Now I was just going for this.
Ah.
And I need to critical twice and didn't get it, okay. But I think we're basically done here. So, hello King of Valor, meet the real future King of Valor.
We've got this.
And yeah, he has Garen's battle theme.
I've gotten careless.
It's exactly the same defeat quote he had as a playable character. And here's the really crazy part of the song.
It's showtime!
And blow. I'll probably get rid of that. And there's the staff we could have used to revive Scarlet, and it's over. And he is using an iron sword for some reason.
This ends now!
Huh, yeah, this might work. This worked on Takumi before, but I don't think he was as far gone as Gunter was. And she's still holding that Beast Killer saying, "Remember, I'm still effective against you. Don't try anything funny."
I believe in you.
Yeah, maybe we might actually be able to save one of them. We were able to save Takumi on Birthright. Yes, all the time you've spent together with your terrible growth rates. But he still helped quite a bit earlier on. Oh, I probably should have brought some of these in this battle. Pulling a Lawrence there. Actually, almost literally pulling a Lawrence. The main lord talks to an old, veteran general who was kind of like a father figure to them at some point. Tries to get them to come to their senses, stop fighting them, and it results in them stabbing themselves. It literally is Lawrence. And that's not a spoiler, by the way, because that's the prologue chapter of Mystery of the Emblem, so yeah, it's quite early.
I will atone for my actions.
Well, sadly we weren't able to save him, I guess. Looked like there was... Although, maybe we could. And there's the big face again.
Oh.
Huh, maybe we actually can save him. Yeah, this was all the way back in Chapter 7. I pretty much figured that. That was quite obvious.
No.
Oh, wow, he's kind of Aaron as well from Mystery of the Emblem. In fact, literally the exact same thing happened to Aaron. Huh. You would get along very well with a certain green-haired glasses-wearing person from Trails of Cold Steel. I'll just say that. Yeah, I definitely think those two should have a chat sometime. Considering that you grew up with Garen, that made a lot of sense. You have no idea. Just, yeah, look at that guy I previously mentioned. Huh. That's interesting. Wow. Yeah, he was pretty much the nicest caring figure that Kamui ever had, despite that.
But
That wasn't actually you.
I know, but
Yeah. And that is literally, what's his name? What? Horus from Shadow Dragon. So, Gunter has a lot of elements of several different characters from previous Fire Emblem games, which I find pretty interesting. Yeah, that is... no, we don't. I'm sorry, but you're not going to help at this point.
let's go.
Huh. And is that going to be the end? It is, so I actually quite like that scene overall. I do wish that a bit more was done with Possessed Gunter if he didn't suddenly reveal himself just now. What I was hoping was that, because I always suspected him as being Scarlet's killer, what I was hoping was that Chapter 18, when Scarlet died, it would be immediately obvious that he killed her, and that he would become, like, the central arc villain for most of Valor. That's what I was hoping for, and that would have made this moment a lot more powerful, but as it stands, this was quite a good chapter. Like, the dialogue, like, towards the end was actually pretty good, and I like what they did with Gunter. I just really wish they'd done more with this. But anyway, next time, well... officially, next time, we're able to take on the final chapters of Revelation. However, I think there's something that we need to do first. I think it's time we learn the truth about the person Kamui is about to fight. So, next time, it's time for some truths that have been hidden. See you then.